Good evening, I'm Noel Ocol. We begin in Rome today, where the Pope addressed those who joined him for the recital of his Sunday Angelus prayer at St. Peter's Square.
La fede ci dà la sicurezza di una presenza, ma non dimenticate questo. La fede ci dà la sicurezza di una presenza. Quella presenza è Gesù, una presenza che ci spinge a superare le bufere esistenziali, la certezza di una mano che ci afferra per aiutarci a affrontare difficoltà, indicandoci la strada anche quando è buio. La fede, insomma, non è una scappatoia dai problemi della vita, ma sostiene nel cammino e gli dà un senso. Quando non ci si aggrappa alla parola del Signore, ma per avere sicurezza, per avere più sicurezza, si consultano oroscopi e cartomanti, si comincia a andare a fondo. La fede non è tanto forte.
And some good news now about Blessed Oscar Romeo's cause for sainthood. Archbishop Vincenzo Paglia, the postulator for Blessed Oscar Romeo, said that he hopes the process will conclude within a year and Catholics around the world will soon honor St. Oscar Romeo the martyr. Archbishop Paglia told Vatican Radio that we could hope that in the next year the Congregation for Saints' Causes will have completed its review of an alleged miracle attributed to Blessed Romeo's intervention and present its findings to the Pope. Recognition of the miracle should clear the way for his canonization, the Archbishop said. And to the U.S. now, where Catholic bishops and other leaders are calling for peace after 3 people died and several more injured following clashes between pacifists and white supremacists in the aftermath of a violent-filled weekend in Charlottesville, Virginia. A 32-year-old woman was killed when a car intentionally plowed into crowds of marchers in Charlottesville on Saturday. 2 Virginia State Police troopers also died when their helicopter crashed while trying to help control the violent events on the ground. Bishop Francis DiLorenzo of the Diocese of Richmond, Virginia, was one of the first to call for peace when on Friday, hundreds of men and women identified as white nationalists carried lit torches to the campus of the University of Virginia. Counter-protesters also were present during the rally and violent clashes ensued. Yesterday, Cardinal Daniel DiNardo, the president of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, issued a statement saying, "We stand against the evil of racism, white supremacy, and neo-Nazism. We stand," he continued, "with our brothers and sisters united in the sacrifice of Jesus, by which love's victory of every form of evil is assured." And now, here in Canada, some young people have embarked on a pilgrimage of a different kind. Inspired by the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, First Nations, Jesuits, and some young Canadians turned a traditional 850-kilometer water trading route into a month-long pilgrimage. Here's a look.
This project is, at its essence, a canoe trip. We will be canoeing from Midland, Ontario to Montreal. It's about 850 kilometers, 28 days of paddling, retracing a historic First Nations trade route. So we are retracing this historic route on the 150th anniversary of Canada as a nation. But even more than that, I think more importantly than that, we are trying to work for reconciliation.
Being a member of the Society of Jesus, a group that had a residential school that played an integral role in the colonialization efforts of early Europeans, there's a collective healing that I'm participating in. And we are changing the way we do things.
This pilgrimage, which set off from St. Marie-Mong de Hurons in Midland, Ontario over a month ago, is expected to end this week at Kanawake First Nations near Montreal. For details on the pilgrimage and their adventures, you can visit their website at canoepilgrimage.com. And that is all that we have time for today. Join us again tomorrow when I bring you more news and stories from the perspectives of a Catholic lens. Thanks for joining us.